Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Uh, so today we are actually reacting to a new form of 1,000 player video by another YouTuber called Mark Kusk. Mark Kusk. By recommendation of you guys, actually. Which, by the way, thank you so much for the support on this last video that I uploaded. Insane, and I love hearing your comments, and I love hearing suggestions that you guys have. So if you have any other amazing videos that you guys have seen, it doesn't have to be Minecraft, it could be anything else as well. Let me know, and I'll try and take a look at it. Yeah. Other than that, I think we should just get right into it. It's 1 hour and 10 minutes long, so pretty nice. I'm used to, the 2 hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, let's just go.
In this video, I've shipwrecked 1,000 players onto 5 remote islands in order to simulate the largest civilization.
Why is it saying like jump forward? What?
Created in Minecraft. The players are entirely free to set their own goals, whether that's building a giant city, establishing an empire, starting a religion, or even just opening a restaurant. There is only one rule: if a player dies, they are dead forever. All the players work together
I like that
to create
rule.
thriving civilizations. Or will disagreements between the islands lead to a massive world war? Well, to find out, sit back, relax, and pick a team to root for as I present to you the 1,000 players shipwreck civilization experiment.
Yeah, I saw that this took like 6 months for him to edit, so it's gonna be interesting
On
to
day
see here.
1, all 1,000 players spawned into the server and onto their shipwrecks, but they couldn't stay there, of course, so they crafted boats and rowed their way over to 5 unique islands. For the first few hours, all the players broke trees, mined for ores, and searched for a place to settle. However, despite the very similar start, it quickly became clear that each of the islands were developing their civilizations in very different ways. Firstly, on the largest island, St. Mary's, the players had set up a democratic council made up of 5 different guilds. One of these guilds, the Distribution Guild, which was in charge of making sure everyone got their fair share of resources, had a mysterious problem. All of the nation's spruce wood was going missing. It turns out that a player named Avoma had been building a huge wooden wall, which everyone else on the island thought looked terrible.
Yeah.
So while Avoma was offline, everyone spent an hour tearing it down. But then suddenly Avoma came back online and he wasn't happy.
Kidding me, bro. That was so much progress, Qualls.
Don't tell me you made the wall.
I'm telling you that I made the wall. I was gonna build it up to sky limit, bro.
Why?
What is he
You're an
trying to
enemy
accomplish
player,
here?
Right? And you come across this wall and
Yep.
you see like a wall up to the height limit. You're gonna be scared of that team's potential, and it's all
True.
gone. This is tragic.
Having gotten the message that
I love how like they directly have diamond armor. That's insane.
wasn't welcome in the middle of their civilization, Avoma retreated north, but he hadn't given up on building his wall. Instead, he felt the opposite. To get back at his teammate, he was going to build the greatest wall the world had ever seen.
What
I'm
the
dedicating
hell?
days to this wall. You have no idea. It's gonna be very big, very, very big.
I'm trying to get him down.
On the far side of the world on
Jesus.
St. Agnes, crime
St. Agnes.
was everywhere. It was a land of no laws, where criminals robbed innocent players unopposed.
What?
Some players had even started a sacrifice-worshipping tribal cult.
Marcus, if you give me a stack of enchanted golden apples, I will sacrifice a human every single day.
Oh my god. The reason for why there was so much crime was actually kind of my fault. You see, I put the majority of the alarming applicants on the same island because I thought it'd be funny to see how chaotic it would be. And it certainly was chaotic. St. Agnes soon became known across the world as the worst island to live on. One of the few sane players on the island, Dynamite, who had been unfortunate enough to end up on St. Agnes, had had enough of the chaos. So he decided to abandon the mainland altogether and founded his own nation on the small island to the east, which he called the Cottonmouth Coalition.
Kind of split off from the rest
The
of
cotton milk?
Yeah.
Did he say that?
This island is the property of the Cottonmouth Coalition.
Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth was a lot safer than on the main island, due to Dynamite's no-tolerance policy when it came to crime. This led to players feeling safe enough to open the island's first businesses. Notably, a player named BMH built a Taco Bell.
I've just been putting bread and fish together and saying fish taco.
Nice.
Over on Briar, the smallest of the 5 islands.
I like how it's like kind of, it is kind of the same thing with like the archipelago in, like, I'm gonna compare, by the way, all these videos to Ish's Rich and Poor video, because that's the first one I've seen and that's the one I can relate to most. So I will try and like, relate to it. Like for me, that is still the top video, and I'll always try and like see if there's a better video. But it is kind of fun to see how there's more islands to this than the archipelago it was before in the other video.
Mr. Mello had just been elected the new leader of the Briar Republic, and he has
Right.
big plans.
We're gonna build a big city here on Briar, that's for sure. We're also gonna be connecting Tresco and us with a big bridge as well. But Marcus, don't tell anyone this, but plan to assemble a secret network of spies. You know, just to keep an eye on all those treasonous people who didn't vote for me in the election.
Oh, of course, of course, of course.
Over
He's
on
just hearing
Mello's
that.
neighboring island Tresco, two players, Perspective and Murph, have come up with a unique way of enforcing law and order on their island. They've created an organization known as the Tresco Police Department.
We want
Oh.
to help people. We want to build a Tresco police department.
Perspective has even set up a police training course.
Okay,
Training
we're gonna have a
course.
training course for the police officers, and every single police officer is gonna have to go through it. And I'm gonna time it, and judging by the time they're gonna get a specific role. You have maximum 1 minute to complete the course. If you do not complete the course in 1 minute, you will fail and gain the lowest ranking. Understood?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
3,
let's see.
2, 1, go! Oh my
Jump.
God.
He's going fast. All right.
He's doing well.
Oh, he's jumping.
Oh shit. Go.
My
No.
Again.
Come on, come on.
Done.
Yes.
Shooting range. Hit one.
Oh, shooting
Hit
range.
2. Miss. Hit.
Nice.
Okay, stop. Okay, stop. 34. 34.
Okay,
That's
okay.
Not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Lastly, over on St. Martin's, many small communities were starting to form.
What's that though? Look at this. Wait, oh, look at this. Do
Lastly,
you see those islands are there? Like this. We have like small islands here, some small islands out here, and small islands out here. I bet something will happen with those. I just love like a layout, honestly, of a map. I just love looking at a
over on
layout.
St. Martin's, many small communities were starting to form, with the most notable one, led by a player named Multi, being a group focused on building a giant castle, which they called the Citadel.
We're just
The
you know,
Citadel,
making, the
okay.
making the capital, making the citadel look nice. Gonna take a lot of time, but we're working on it.
It was in the half-built citadel later that day that all the communities planned to hold an election to choose the first official
Oh.
governor of all of St. Martin's. And Multi wanted to be that governor, but the problem for him was that there were other players who had more support than he did. So,
Oh,
to get the extra
shit.
votes he needed to become leader, Multi ventured over to another large community on the far side of the island called Witheran, which is led by a very ambitious player named Tamer,
Tamer,
who saw
okay.
Multi's visit as a good opportunity to further his goals. And so
Hmm.
Tamer agreed to make a deal with Multi.
I can have as many of my people vote for you during the election tomorrow under one condition, who do not need to necessarily follow your rule, but we shall work together in a alliance, in a bond between two grand nations on this island. One being led by me, and one being led by potentially you. So, do we have a...
But isn't that going against the actual plan though? That are you trying to do? To unite the whole thing and like have one ruler?
well
Or is that just me?
deal, agreement?
Yes. Agreement.
Good. Let us shake hands to celebrate this historical day.
Yay.
The gods have spoken. The votes have been counted. And today I am proud to announce our future leader, Governor Multi.
Oh shit. Okay.
What an introduction. What a speech.
With Tamer's followers having voted for him, Multi
Okay.
was elected the first official governor of St. Martin's. In return for the vote, Multi gave Tamer half of the St. Martin's land and
So he
legitimized
did, okay.
Witheran as its own sovereign nation. Unknown to everyone attending though, Tamer has much larger ambitions than controlling
Yeah, I
the
feel this guy's
St.
gonna be up
Martin's.
to something.
He dreams of one day uniting the entire island and the entire world under the rule of his
Oh.
Witheran banner. We'll have to
Okay.
wait and see how his plan unfolds.
These
Day
plans never work out.
On the morning of day 2, I went over to St. Mary's to check in on the Voma's wall building progress.
It
Yeah.
needs to get bigger. It can
He's
only
building out of
get
every
bigger
single
by
material.
motivation. I've been working hard maintaining this, and I've got Far here up there. As you can see, he's helping me. It's a two-man army now. It's Far's here as well.
This wall.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I thought he died.
Health and safety's not looking good.
Voma's wall
Yeah.
isn't the only project
Bro,
St.
somebody call
Mary's
HR on these people. Look at this. The Great Wall of.
has
Oh
to
my
progress,
god.
though. The rest of St. Mary's is thriving. Players have been busy building massive farms, businesses, houses, railways, castles, as well as their crowning achievement, the
Oh.
Star Castle, which they
Ooh.
hope will function as their public marketplace and council headquarters. The Star Castle is also the home of the brand new St. Mary's Trade Centre, run by Damien, the distribution guild leader, who
Mm.
controls how all of the nation's
Actually, this is
resources
the
are
part I
used.
love about watching these videos is how like people know that it's just Minecraft, but it's like so fun to see like people actually going in for their role. I like that. Like there's no like bullshitters, like no griefers, or like there were griefers obviously, but I just like that like you can role play ish in this type of stuff, you know?
out amongst the people.
Here you go.
Not everything is perfect though. Quos, the leader of the St. Mary's military, informed me that rumors of an underground rebellion movement were growing.
Our rebels and traitors need to hunt it down as fast as possible.
And it turns out that these rumors are true. A player named Danny Mugster and his followers have become disillusioned with the St. Mary's Council, especially with Damien, the leader of the Distribution Guild. Danny claims that Damien is corrupt and that he is keeping materials that are supposed to go to the people all for himself. However, Damien had a different perspective.
We can't always give the people what they want, sometimes because we don't have it, or sometimes because someone else needs it more. So we also have a lot of people that complain or get mad, but it's not an easy job.
Now, it's not clear if Danny's claims about Damien's corruption are true or not, but one thing is certain, Danny is going to take action.
How though? Oh, he's doing the underground digging. Or is he gonna like destroy the the place, or are you gonna kill him? He's right there. Oh, he's gonna. Oh!
Damien, the leader of the trade guild, was
already
by Danny Mugster. A crowd of shocked St. Mary's players quickly gathered outside their distribution center, and a grave was built to remember their fallen council member.
What?
Unfortunately for Danny, there were plenty of witnesses who saw the murder take place, and with Quos' military conducting an island-wide manhunt, it wasn't long until he was captured.
Damn, he was found as well.
Escorted to the underground St. Mary's prison, where he was put on trial for his crimes.
You have been charged with planning and murder of one of our great council members here on.
Bro, I love how it's been not even 10 minutes in yet, and we've already had a murder of a huge character.
I'd like to plead guilty. I did it.
To kill a leader of a great council in the name of anarchy. Frankly, it's sickening.
He was quickly found guilty of both treason and first-degree murder by the panel of judges, resulting in a sentence of 4 days in prison, after which time he will be publicly executed for his crimes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, over on St. Agnes, things are really beginning to unfold. Under Dynamite's rule, the nation of Cottonmouth is thriving. Players have constructed snake statues, fountains, houses, and even a new fish and chip shop. Meanwhile, BMH's Taco Bell is seeing a record number of customers. All in all, because of Dynamite's no-tolerance policy to crime, Cottonmouth is doing great.
Nice, alright.
However, past the border checkpoint separating Cottonmouth from the main island, things aren't as good.
Oh yeah,
sacrificial cults and bandits still rule the
Jesus.
land. In an attempt to establish order, a player named Kira has set up a governing council. However, unlike Dynamite, she believes that killing criminals on the spot is too harsh and is in the process of implementing a criminal justice system to give the criminals fair trials. Unfortunately, despite her good intentions, from what I can see, it appears as though her approach isn't really working, as crime is far higher on the mainland than it is on Dynamite's Cottonmouth. Everything is all
I wonder though how it's distributed though, since there's 5 islands, and I guess there must be like, is there an equal amount of players in each island, I guess?
So, as the people of St. Agnes are about to hold an election, there are 2 main candidates, Kira and Dynamite, who isn't satisfied with bringing order to just his small bit of land. He wants to win the election to bring about justice to all of St. Agnes. Dynamite went first.
Everyone of St. Agnes, many of you know me. I'm Dynamite. I am the ruler, leader of Cottonmouth. I would just like to clarify, if you stole, killed, griefed at all in the past 2 days, you will die. Make no mistake about it. This is not a democracy where thieves and griefers get to live. And I would just like to say that Cottonmouth will never, ever kill anyone who is not deserving of it. Thank you.
Okay, you know what? He kind of reminds me of Snoop. I think that was his name. Yeah.
Where she voiced her concerns about
she reminds me. Kira reminds me of
a
Kaz.
less harsh criminal justice system.
I am Kira. Well, I know that we have a dictator. We have someone thirsty for power. I know there's been some issue of briefing, but I'm sure
what is he
people
doing?
are gonna sort that out by themselves. And I know that there's been talk of a kill
What?
list, so I'd like to make sure there's some sort of criminal system.
How is he getting allowed to do this? How is this? What?
Suddenly, there was chaos. Dynamite immediately sprang to action and ordered his guards to hunt down and kill the player responsible.
How did they allow this to happen? You know?
Some players then alerted Dynamite that while he'd been away at the election, Cottonmouth had been robbed. It was so bad that someone had even stolen the furnaces from the Taco Bell.
No. What are these thieves? Jesus.
Everyone listen up. Everyone listen up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. All right. As we can tell, a lot of just went down.
Yeah.
I don't think that elections are needed. A candidate has been killed. My colony has been looted.
Yep.
I'm not going to stand for this.
Despite Dynamite saying an election wasn't necessary, they held a vote anyway. And unsurprisingly, all the fearful people of St. Agnes voted for Dynamite to stop the chaos.
Yeah.
Let's go, Dynamite. Congratulations.
Now that he was the uncontested leader of all of St. Agnes, Dynamite got to work.
As my first decree, as king of St. Agnes, I want the griefers and thieves who have been making my life hell for the last 2 days killed on sight. Everyone, glory to St. Agnes. The king, for the king! Come back, he's here, he's back.
Yeah, where? He's still here.
Oh, yeah, so they're just now gonna like, go ahead and just slaughter every single person that have been griefing.
Get him! Kill him!
One criminal in particular, Mythical Strike,
Yep.
who was a known thief, was captured and escorted to the castle, where he was brought before Dynamite himself.
Damn.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
For the past few days, you have been caught stealing from multiple people on this island.
I'll do anything you say. Anything you say.
You'll do anything?
Anything?
You said you'll do anything?
Oh, really?
Do one thing for me.
What, kill you?
Kira for me.
Oh. Shit. Okay.
Say hi to Kira for me.
That was pretty damn cold.
Bro.
Kira was dead, and Dynamite was now the sole uncontested ruler of all of St. Agnes.
Okay. I feel like this is genuinely no critique at all to Markusk. I feel like the issue with watching the Rich and Poor video first, since it is so incredibly well made, you kind of, you compare it. And don't get me wrong here, this is really well made. Really well made. However, I think that there is like small elements that just creates that spark that you found in Rich and Poor. And like, it could be as small as the graphic you're showing with days, for example, right? Like how there's different graphics, and it obviously speaks to different people, but like there are different graphics which look more YouTube-y, if you get what I mean. And just the players alone, like the shows of like the songs that are chosen in the video, and like the shaders and like everything small things adds up to this like this product that you have right in front of you. And this feels way more like a YouTube video than a movie, if you get what I mean. It is supposed to be a YouTube video, so he's doing great, It felt like the Rich and Poor video was more of a movie than a YouTube video. That's just what I wanted to say.
Day 3, I was incredibly surprised to see just how much progress all of the islands have made. Especially St. Martin's, which now looks incredible.
I'm wondering if they can travel to the different
has completed
islands.
His goal of building the citadel, and is in the process
That's a good
of building
citadel,
an
though.
entire city around it, as well as a huge harbour and ships equipped with sails in the design of the nation's
All right.
flag.
Okay.
Another nation that has made tons of progress is Mello's Republic of Briar, which has been busy building a giant city surrounded by a tall defensive wall. In the
Nice.
center of the city, Mello's people have constructed the Briar supermarket, which they use in a similar manner to the distribution center on St. Mary's, where they
Oh.
categorize and give out all of the nation's resources. There's also a large council building, which is where Mello holds meetings with the rest of his government. There's also
Okay.
several new restaurants. There's a subway. This is amazing.
Oh,
I
nice.
really like it.
Thank you.
I got cash. Can I get a sub?
Oh yeah, sure.
On the
Nice.
Thank you very much.
On the
And
house.
the people's favorite, the Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe. What can we get for you today?
Well, what's the menu?
Look up.
Look.
Oh, right.
Looks up at the ceiling.
Bread,
Jesus.
Whale water. Whale water. Why is it free?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Anyway, moving on. Mello told me that things weren't as peaceful as they seemed.
Yeah, so there is currently, I don't want to say like a civil war going on.
Right.
A very small percentage of people broke off and kind of
really
cult.
I hadn't heard of this. To make Mello even more worried, the rebels were leaving threatening signs around the island.
I mean,
Where Kings of the Island shall fall. Bro, who is putting these down?
Yeah, I don't know. That was just creepy.
Then later that day, Mello informed me that he had uncovered a plot to assassinate him.
Here, follow me for a second. We were about to start a council meeting, right, to discuss some future plans.
Yeah.
And some dude runs into the room. He says, "Wait, Mello, don't sit down." I go, "What?" He breaks my seat, and there's like a 100-block drop with fence, like signs and stuff.
Luckily for Mello, there was a witness who saw the player that made the
Oh,
fall
look
threat,
at this.
So the would-be assassin was quickly identified as a player called Unreal Zeus, the owner of the local church. Having been caught,
What?
Unreal Zeus was quickly hunted down and executed by Mello's elite
Damn.
guards. But two questions remain for Mello though. Why would Zeus do such a thing? And did
Yeah.
Now,
And why would they ask him, you know, confront him?
of a player named Musi, who is the co-founder of Zeus's church, and it is due to these close ties with Zeus that Mello's council suspects he was in on the assassination plot.
Musi, you stand with several accusations against you. Yesterday, there was an attempt on Mello's life. Reason to believe that you, Musi, may possibly be involved in it.
Do you have any affiliations with a man called Unreal Zeus?
I do. He's my partner.
That's quite suspicious.
Yeah.
Let's start with Musi. Please make your defense case. I would never think my partner, who I started a great church with, a great temple, would try and assassinate our great leader.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. He had a bit of bitterness after we got the visit from Mello and his but
Whoa, wait. Whoa.
Henry West, the moderator of the trial, called for a vote.
If you think that Musi is innocent, go towards the chair. If you think he's guilty, go towards the door. Musi is deemed innocent by overwhelming vote. Let's continue
Innocent.
with our daily activities. Musi was found not guilty
Okay.
of conspiring to kill Mello.
I thought he was
and
gonna die
allowed to
100%.
walk away as a free
100%.
man. To all who saw the trial, it seemed to be a fair result. However, what if I were to tell you that Musi was in fact guilty, and that he had not only helped Zeus plan the trap, but is also an active member of a wider rebellion against Mello's government?
See, that's what I had.
They found you innocent.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You were, no? You actually actively took part in that assassination attempt, and you actually just got away with it.
As a man of peace and tranquility, people just fall for it like that. This nation is far from perfect. It is riddled with hierarchy and inequality. Trust me, a revolution is brewing and they don't know it. Only the smart ones are aware of
The
what's
smart
going
ones.
For doing such a great job moderating Musi's trial, Mello appointed Henry West as the judicial leader of Briar, giving him great power in the government. But it turns out that Henry West is actually the leader of the Briar Rebellion, and during the trial had been pulling the strings to make sure that his ally Musi was found innocent.
Bro, this is what I'm talking about, bro. In every single video of this, it's always like one person that's a snake, bro. It's always behind the...
I can completely understand why Mello is so paranoid.
Yeah, definitely. But they don't know.
While Mello was dealing with his rebellion on Briar, over on his neighboring island Tresco, Perspective, the founder of the Tresco Police Department, has been doing a lot in his pursuit of law and order. Earlier in the day, he held a police academy graduation ceremony for the officers that completed the police training course on day one, where he assigned them a rank in the department.
Due to your outstanding performance during our training course, you will be assigned a role of police officer and achieve the greater good for the people of the southern Tresco.
Yes.
All right.
And presented them with turtle shells to act as their official police badges.
This is your badge.
It would make sense for them to have like a turtle hat, you know, to like signify that they are police.
Unfortunately, some of the police officers were a little too enthusiastic when it came to stopping crime.
Do you know why I pulled you over? Because I was bored.
What?
Yo, wait, hey, yo, you got a weapon! You got a weapon! Hey, step
Yo, what the hell?
Trouble with Perspective's police department wasn't limited to just the occasional excessive use of force though. There were reports that some officers were abusing their newly found power to threaten in local communities in order to rob them of food and materials
What
for
the
their
hell?
own personal gain. Because of some of these incidents, public opinion on Tresco was quickly turning against the police department.
It seems
Yeah.
there is a bit of discontent towards the police. You guys share the view.
The police coming straight from the underground.
Now, support for the police department is about to be put to the test, as the people of Tresco are about to hold an election, and Perspective, who wants to get his police officially elected into power, intends to campaign. And luckily for Perspective, he doesn't really have any competition. Firstly, there's this guy.
By the way, again, in every single video, I always eat beforehand, right? And I always get like the yawns after I eat. So, just so you know, I'm not tired of the video. It's just
make us win this game.
my own
Think about the
body
houses.
reacting.
If we have houses, we have shelter. If we have shelter, they can't kill us. If they can't kill us, we can't die. If
Right.
we can't die, we win because we won't lose. Can you all stop
And then there's this guy who generated this speech using ChatGPT.
The power of hope. In the face of adversity, we must remain resilient, optimistic, and determined.
Much of your speech was made by ChatGPT.
All of it.
Ah, what a society comes to.
And now it's Perspective's turn.
Alright, let's see.
All these candidates they've came up today on the stand, they gave you all these promises and all these things they believe they want to do, they believe they want to achieve. But if we look at them, and if we look at people standing here, have they yet to achieve anything? We want to represent the people who will be there to die for you, for your beliefs, for your builds, for everything that you want to make. We will die for you. We will fight for you.
There is one player who might potentially challenge Perspective though.
My name's Diamond, and the last few days I've been going around the island helping each individual community to farm, mine, build and gather resources.
Right.
Unlike my opposition, the PD, who have been running around terrorising local communities,
Ooh.
intimidating locals like Tidestorm, and stealing the resources
Okay.
from villages. On the first day, the first thing they do is establish a military. Why do they do this? Clearly, there are some unknown motives that they have. We cannot trust them. They are dangerous and we must do something to stop them. If I'm elected as leader, I'll do all I can to abolish the PD and keep this nation safe. Vote for me if you want Tresco to finally be united and come out victorious.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
And so, with the speeches given, the people will march together across the island towards the northern castle. But
That's a good argument.
won the election.
Well, thank you so much, all you guys. I really appreciate everything. I will do my best to become the best leader possible.
Perspective is outraged. He feels
Yeah,
like
well.
Diamond slandered his police department during his speech.
Can you be mad though? They
Perspective
voted
gathered
him.
together some of his most trusted officers to conspire against their new leader.
Oh my god, of
what-
course.
You know what really messes with me though? The fact that the guy who is right now leader, in his speech, openly said, I think the PD is terrifying and I'm going to deal with it.
He views you guys as a threat.
We are gonna be either evicted or killed, and I'm scared of that. We are not separating from Tresco, we're separating from Diamond.
Well said.
Right.
Everyone, let's go to Diamond and declare our intentions. Let's go. Let's go.
Eh? What?
You called the PD scary. You called the PD terrifying. You called us a threat. You promised to deal with us.
Several people have heard you say you want to seize power by any means necessary, and then the first thing we see
Is this gonna be the first battle? The huge battle of the
establish
series?
a giant army. I mean, it does look a bit suspicious, you gotta admit. All I want is to unite Tresco.
And yet,
that's
you do
why
the
I'm
exact
doing
opposite.
Suddenly, someone cried out that there was a fall trap beneath Diamond, and the
Really?
confrontation broke down into chaos.
Oh my god.
Eventually, some of Diamond's followers proposed that they should split Tresco in two.
Are we splitting Tresco in two?
Of course we are. We're the PD.
No, it sounds like we are.
Yeah, it
sounds like we are
breaking up
splitting.
because we're not
Okay.
allowing you guys to just take power forcefully.
Okay.
And so, Tresco is now split into two nations. The
Okay.
South, which is controlled by Perspective's police
That's a
department,
big-
and the North, which is controlled by Diamond.
Big area
To
they have, though.
symbolize the divide, a crude stone wall is being constructed between the two sides, and a fragile
Okay.
truce has been put in place in hopes of preventing a civil war. It is now the
Fair
end of
enough.
day
Alright, well,
three.
they didn't have a battle yet, so.
Conflicts have descended upon most of the world, whether that's Henry's rebellion against Mello on Briar, Dynamite crushing crime on St. Agnes, or Perspective's police force dividing Tresco. Some players are beginning to believe that the fact that there are so many conflicts occurring at the same time is almost too much of a coincidence. But it turns out that it's no coincidence at all.
Oh. What is this?
Competition. It felt like everyone was targeting us, and we still almost just split up because multi won, right?
What is this?
No. I think you misunderstand. The only reason Multi won was because 20
Tamer.
of my people voted for him. I gave him the position, and he shall
Perspective. And they are. Look at this. They're all meeting.
keep the position till the time is ready. Perspective, I have not told you exactly what the initial idea was of this imperial idea.
Remember Tamer, the leader
Yep.
of the community called Witheria over on St. Martin's? Well, he has a lot more ambition than anyone previously realized. Tamer believes that the only way to eliminate crime, put a stop to war, and ensure the potential of a grey civilization is met is to have all of the civilizations unite under the control of one strong and unchallenged leader. So behind the scenes, he's been carefully coordinating with Henry over on Briar, Perspective over on Tresco, and Dynamite over on St. Agnes.
Jesus, okay, this is... They have done good with like organizing this.
Realize his dream of what he calls the Witheran Empire, a multi-island empire that would rule over 80% of the entire global population. That's 800 people. But how will this Witheran Empire actually work? Well, Tamer plans to appoint a supervisor to govern over each individual island in his name, whilst he, as the emperor, will oversee them all.
Every single island, Tresco, St. Agnes, Martins till now, and potentially Briar, will be under one common banner of the empire. Every single island will have something like a supervisor, a leader taking care of the land, the geographical land of their people, right? So you would be taking care of Tresco, Dynamite would be taking care of Agnes, and Multi...
But they would all just be working under him.
have in charge in Martins right now would be taking care of Martins itself. Now, Briar's going to be the next thing we need to focus on, which is with Brucey and Henry and Mello. When we have that fixed and we have an imperial outpost there as well, we look at Maris. Maris, the last hideout of potential rebels.
But why would these leaders want to join the Witheran Empire in the first place?
Yeah.
What's in it for them? Well, the answer is security. Tamer promises them that if they face a rebellion, he will combine the armies of all the other islands and go over to the rebelling island to restore order, thus keeping the supervisor in power permanently.
Alright, I can definitely agree to this alliance, this partnership. Just bottom line is, I will control my island.
100%, exactly.
Fair enough.
Don't like the emperor part. What does the emperor part mean?
We need one head of the state, one
Absolutely
emperor
not.
of the
That's not happening ever.
Imagine this, and I said this before. Imagine this. You manage to get control. You manage to take control. Tresco is fine. What happens when Dynamite and I just come together and say, "Fuck, Perspective could be a problem. Let's talk with Briar and Maris and get him out." No, we came to you.
All right. Yeah, I agree. I'll let the police officers know, and we'll try to do our best.
So, we need to proceed carefully. With all our troops combined, we could be the largest force. We could really do something great.
For now, the Witheran Empire is small. Dynamite is the only supervisor who actually rules his island. Perspective and Henry will need to work closely with Tamer to seize control of their islands, so that in the coming
I feel like it will be
days,
like a big plot in a way to like, you know, kill all the other leaders that are not a part of this rebellion, and then
the full potential of the Witheran Empire can be realized.
Day 4.
On the morning of day 4, I went over to St. Mary's to see how things were going, and I was very surprised to see a massive pyramid. Boys informed me that it was a place of worship for their new religion, which centered around praising some kind of magic slug. Now, this all confused me quite a lot, so to explain the religion more clearly, they introduced me to their head priest, Old Man Isaac.
Hey! Did I ever tell you about the war?
What the fuck?
It was back in World War I, down in the trenches. I'd just been shot in my right foot.
Right.
Oh, I'm done for. This is it. But then out of nowhere, from the sky, the big slug came down. It was truly magnificent. Even healed my foot. I worship the slug with all my heart. What's your name again?
What is happening?
The brand new St. Mary's Explorers Guild headquarters, where the leader of the Explorers Guild, Aegis, kindly took me on a tour. There's a large storage room, a bar, and even a grand meeting room fit with a map. But there was one room in particular that really caught my attention.
My personal favorite, we got a therapy room.
So you can just keep your own prisoners in here?
We don't like to call them prisoners. This is clients, Marcus. We're clients.
Right.
I'm getting better, Marcus.
What therapy method is having the skull in the cell with him? I mean, therapy room.
He's over. It's a previous client.
Oh, right.
I found out that Danny Munkster, the rebel leader who is still in prison following his assassination
Oh,
of
yeah.
Damien on day one, has a new neighbor named Steve
Oh.
who doesn't seem to be coping very well in his small cell.
Some of the he's writing on the walls.
Now, Stomp, like Danny, was
Yeah, what?
formerly part of the rebellion against the St. Mary's Council, and is in prison because he was responsible for the death of Aegis' second-in-command, a player named Lotharia, who he
Really?
apparently pushed off a ledge.
He murdered one of our people in cold blood.
However, unlike Danny, Stomp genuinely regrets his actions.
I am a reformed man,
Oh.
contemplated. I have reformed myself. I'm no longer the same person I was before, and I would like to help the state in any way that I can.
It is because of this that Quo spared Stomp the death penalty and is taking a personal
Oh.
interest in ensuring Stomp will be
Okay.
rehabilitated and safely reintegrated back into society once his short
Fair
one-day
enough.
prison sentence ends. And Stomp's rehabilitation seems to be going great, which is why it was a total shock to Quos when this happened.
What? Eh? What?
Stomp just escaped prison while two guards were on duty.
How?
Now,
What?
alert, Aegis and the rest of St. Mary's are freaked out that a convicted murderer is on the run.
He's
Prison.
escaped due to the incompetence of the military guards. I'm fuming, honestly.
Quos, on the other hand, is incredibly confused as to why Stomp would want to escape in the first place.
Yeah, he was getting
It
out.
doesn't make any sense. He only had 1 day left in prison.
We
Yeah.
only gave him 1 more day in jail, so for him to go out and escape for malicious intent makes absolutely no sense.
There must be an explanation for why he escaped. And it
What? Like how? Why? Yeah.
You see, I was going to stay out my sentence because I only had 1 more day, but then they started mistreating me in the prison and torturing me.
I see.
So I had to get out.
Apparently, Stomp only broke out of prison because the guards that were on duty were mistreating him.
I just
Aw.
spoke with Stomp, and Stomp has said to me that the guard that was on duty with me was very egotistical, so I had to put him in their place a bit. Especially
Despite Stomp's escape being quite funny, Quos was outraged that guards under his authority had been allowed to mistreat a prisoner like that.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for breaking out. Like, that's ridiculous.
And so he fired the guards responsible on the spot.
I'm
Aw.
gonna take the 2 guards that were on duty, and you're both not allowed on duty again.
Hearing that the guards who had mistreated him had been fired, Stomp willingly turned himself in.
Follow me, Stomp?
And was escorted back to the prison, where Quos offered him the choice to pick whichever cell he wanted
Aw.
to stay out the remaining day of his sentence.
Yeah, I like this cell.
Meanwhile, over
Okay.
at still very divided Tresco, they are having prisoner problems of their own. A player named
Really?
Fazcat, who's from Diamond's North Tresco, has been locked up in the Tresco Police Force's underground bunker. The reason for this imprisonment is that he dug underneath the dividing stone wall and robbed the police department's secret vault. However, a Tresco police officer caught Fazcat in the act. Perspective, hearing that his vault had been robbed,
We got robbed apparently. Our
You're
vault
robbed?
get heisted.
Oh my god.
and that the truce between the North and South had been broken by one of Diamond's citizens, marched over to Diamond's castle and demanded that Fazcat be handed over immediately.
We are 100% sure that your person was digging under our land, digging right where our valuables are located.
I sincerely apologize.
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 I understand. I understand what you're on for.
Yeah.
We're the police. You know what we do with criminals, right?
And Diamond, wanting to avoid a civil war, gave Fazcat to Perspective's police force on the condition that they only hold him in jail for 1 day.
We need
Okay.
2 guards. Make sure Funtime Fazcat doesn't get out.
Which brings us to right now.
Yeah.
Perspective himself is guarding Fazcat in the underground bunker to ensure that he doesn't try to escape.
Huh?
There's like every now and then. Yeah, every now and then.
Okay.
One of Diamond's citizens infiltrated the police
Why is he
force
trying
bunker
to-
in an attempt to assassinate Perspective and free Fazcat.
That was a stupid mistake, though.
Angered by the attempt on his life, wants revenge, and so he ordered the execution of Fazcat.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
What?
With Fazcat dead, the guards made a shocking discovery.
12 blocks of diamonds. 12 blocks of diamonds.
Wait.
Huh?
Whoa.
It turns out that there are 12 blocks of diamonds on Fazkat's body, which means he not only stole from Perspective's South Tresco vault, but also from Diamond's North Tresco. Because of this revelation, Fetch, the executioner, went round all of Tresco, giving the diamonds back to the people.
Oh, okay.
Yo, who wants diamond armor, baby?
Aw, that's cute. Yeah, that's nice.
Here, you get a full set. You get a full set.
This act really did a lot to bring both sides together.
Just have a collective party, both sides or something.
Both North and South re-established communication, continued working together on the Tresco Briar Bridge, and open trade between both sides resumed.
I like how the death of the Fazbear guy just brought the city or the whole island.
Both nations agreed to
Yeah, there you go. Then they all got brought together.
Hopes are now very high that the wall dividing the fractured island will be torn down. Now, the only thing in the way of total reunification is Perspective and Diamond officially agreeing on it. So, with the population of Tresco eagerly gathered round, the peace summit began.
It was actually me who called for this meeting. Nimbus, hi. We could have made so much progress now, but we can't because we're not working together. I feel as though if we absolve PD, if we absolve North, South, neutrals, every group, and just become one Tresco, we can actually work together.
Okay. Anyone in the crowd, are you aware of what I'm holding in my hand right now? Do you guys know what this item is and what it represents? This item is a police department badge of the Tresco Islands. A police department that me and my good old friend over here, Murph, have created. And abolishing us is completely removing all of our history that we have created throughout the server. You're just telling us to give up our badges, all of our ranks, everything with me and my I call them friends. Me and my friends went through just because of what? Because of this unbelievable idea you have that everyone is going to unify?
What do the people want? They're screaming peace. They want unity.
Yeah.
You're the only person declining it. Why do you want to continue chaos?
Why don't you give us a solution? What can we do to make you trust us?
All you do is say words. I've yet to see one action.
This is the action. Us being
I have given you an action. I made peace with 3 damn islands. 3 islands I made peace single-handedly.
It's getting heated.
No, I can't talk with them.
Begging for unity. Can you not hear them?
Why is he? What?
He's dead. Do you not see? I jumped to action right there. Is that not trust?
No, that's not trust. Your guy just jumped me.
What?
Perspective was absolutely outraged that not only 1, but 2 North Tresco players under Diamond had been allowed to enact assassination attempts on him. It was at that moment that he snapped. Perspective ordered his most trusted officers to gather in the police department's secret bunker for a meeting, where he explained to them his plan for a hostile takeover of Tresco.
If any of you do support the idea of unity and peace, I would recommend you drop your badge on the table right now and leave the room.
Okay.
So, you all with me, right?
We are with you.
Oh yeah.
During this meeting, Perspective reached out to Tamer on Sir Martin to make him aware of
here
what
we
he
go.
was about to do. And Tamer was incredibly pleased with the news, since it would mean the expansion of his Witheran Empire. And so he strongly urged Perspective to carry out the takeover. Emboldened by the support of Tamer, Perspective ordered his officers to march north towards Diamond's castle.
3,
Oh,
2, 1,
shit.
go. We talk to Diamond first. We tell him the ultimatum.
Oh, they're out there as well.
We are here to talk. One more arrow, we attack.
If you guys enter the castle, we won't hesitate to go in.
Diamond, you can't control the people.
Did you not see how I immediately went to kill them?
No, Diamond. I'm asking you. You guys either leave to the spawn island, and if you show your face at Tresco Island again, you'll get killed. Or you right here, right now, fight if you don't agree. That is your only options. Alright, boys. Arrow shots.
Yep, there we go.
Shot,
Yep,
shot,
here we go.
Oh my god.
Arrow shot. Nope.
Let's go.
He's fed up. He's fed up.
Guys, bridge up, bridge up. Do not walk up any ladders.
You could settle this peacefully, Spec, but you choose not to.
Nope, you could. And your person shot me. Just like I said, uncontrollable.
Grab.
Everyone to the top of the tower. Top of the tower. Top.
Jesus, this is
You can leave this battle peacefully. Leave your tyrannical leader.
like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is the type of difference, right? In a battle of the rich and poor, for example, you wouldn't have a conversation going on right now. You would have the narrator doing something, or just hype music. Having them talk adds this level of coziness of a YouTube video, which I do like. However, I would prefer to have it as a movie, where there was no talking, which was
Get through the
just
walls
my
and
preference alone.
Easy, if you fight with us, we will offer you safety in the future. We will offer you protection.
Protection from what? You have yet to make any alliance with anyone. Only Briar.
I don't want to die. I don't want to
I don't know. Aw.
who don't want to fight, just put your weapons down. We won't hurt
We
you.
already talked about this, buddy. I'm sorry.
Smith, I'm chasing him.
Everyone on the top of the tower right now. PD, every single person on the top.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. All right, boys. Up the tower. Everyone up the tower right now.
Oh my God, they killed
The
him.
elected leader of Tresco is dead. Those that did not surrender to the police department were executed on the spot.
Yeah.
And those that did surrender
You can surrender, Abiko. Guys, don't kill Abiko. Abiko, do you surrender? Yes or no?
were stripped of their armor and escorted under armed guard to the police department's prison to be jailed as prisoners of war. Perspective now has total control over all of
Okay.
Tresco.
We did it, boys!
So the whole
War
Empire
was
thing is
taken
getting
down,
going
not
good.
for the reason that everyone had hoped.
All right, day 5.
It's now day 5 of the event, and it's about time we checked in on Dynamite, the king of St. Agnes.
I like this music.
And it turns out he's made a lot of changes. Firstly,
Okay.
I noticed he's building a brand new Blackstone courthouse.
Oh.
Not building a court. Now that is a big step up from the chaos yesterday. It looks like you're actually doing law and order.
No, this is mainly just that we don't have to do all the executions in front of the throne.
Oh, right.
Wait, so you're making the executions more efficient?
This is essentially just a really nice execution room.
Okay.
Once the more efficient execution building was finished, there was actually a legitimate court case in it. The owner of the Taco Bell, BMH, is
Yeah.
getting sued by the owner of the local McDonald's, who
What?
alleges that BMH completely destroyed his restaurant over fear of competition.
What?
Chaos C09 is suing BMH for
destruction of property.
To bring about justice for this crime, the prosecution demands that the Taco Bell must be shut down. However,
Shut
despite
down?
overwhelming evidence that he did indeed destroy the McDonald's, the jury, who are all very fond of BMH's tacos, declared him innocent.
Taco
What?
Bell stays open. Chaos, you have lost the case.
Does that mean I execute Chaos? Okay.
No.
No, what?
Dynamite has also implemented a tax system where he travels around his island with his executioner, demanding taxes from his citizens.
Taxes.
It's a good day for profit.
Mm.
Taxing people we already taxed.
Sure.
What?
It's time for tax season, my friend. It's a mandation from your king. Thank you.
Okay.
A little bit more than that. That was only one. Come on.
Oh.
You can get at least 2 in there. There we go.
Nice.
More next time, SWAT.
In my opinion, it looks more like state-sponsored mugging than taxing.
Yeah.
Taxes wait for no man.
Players aren't the only ones getting taxed though. He also taxes all the local businesses.
Really?
Let's go tax a Taco Bell.
I refuse to pay taxes, sorry.
Oh, you refuse to pay taxes, huh?
Yeah,
Did you
so-
forget that the executioner is also the tax collector?
I will pay taxes.
Oh, right, right.
One admirable thing he's done is that he's built a very nice graveyard to remember Kira, his
Aw.
opponent who was tragically assassinated in the St. Agnes election. That isn't the only renovation he's made though. He also tore down the border checkpoint that separated Cottonmouth from the main island to symbolize the entire island finally unifying under his control.
Okay.
It seems as though he may be going a little too far with his quest to rid St. Agnes of crime though. A player named Tost has been overheard talking negatively about Supreme Leader Dynamite, and in Dynamite's eyes, anyone criticizing him is therefore a criminal and
Yep.
has to be dealt with. So in response,
Get him
he
down.
orders elite guards to hunt down Tost and forcefully bring him to the courthouse.
He was last seen at the railway system.
Alright, then we go to the railway system, right?
Yo, I see him right there.
To court you shall go.
Alright, so Todd.
How did they find him? What?
My buddy, my friend.
Bro, I wanted to help you.
You've been found guilty of assaulting the High Crown. Not only that, you've been found guilty of treason. I have uncovered secret messages. You've been,
Really?
you've been exchanging, saying that you overthrow me. You think I'm a dictator, Toss? You think I'm a dictator? You think I'm a dictator?
Bro,
It
this guy's
hurts
crazy.
my soul to do this. It really does. But due to this undeniable evidence, I think we all know it needs to be done.
It's clear
Yep.
Dynamite's once positive intentions of bringing justice to St. Agnes have been twisted into something darker. He seems
Bro,
to believe that
look at these fucking.
bringing justice
Look at all these greedy pieces of shit. Look at this.
to St.
How every single one just. Like hawks going down for the loot. Look at this.
have been twisted into
Look
something
at
darker.
everyone.
He seems to
Bro,
believe
you
that
little
he
rats.
is the only way to bring about order. Thus, anyone who goes against him is an enemy of the island and must be purged. Even some of his own guards are starting to grow fearful of him.
He thought I was a dictator. You all don't think I'm a dictator, do you?
No.
I would love to thank everyone for showing up for this execution.
Oh yeah. So Diamond is just thriving, or Dynamite, sorry. Dynamite is just thriving. I want to see the wall though. There you go.
Meanwhile, a lot is going on St. Mary's. A player named Lowlime has finished building his very own theme park, which is called Limeland. However, while Lowlime wasn't watching, someone played a joke on him. Avola has been hard at work constructing his wall ever since I last spoke to him, and it's beginning to look absolutely colossal. It now stretches across the entire island. Day 5 is also the day that Stomp, the rehabilitated prisoner, is being released, and the first thing he did is join Qualls' military to serve under the player who spared him the death penalty.
Oh, nice.
Things aren't as upbeat for Danny though. The player
He's
who
gonna
assassinated Damien, the council member, on day 2, as today is the day he is scheduled to be executed for his crimes.
Poor Danny. Well, not poor Danny.
Before we go, you of course requested a certain item as your last meal.
Yes, yeah, thank you. This feels nice.
No problem. Danny?
Yes.
Are you ready to be transported?
I
am.
Guards with us.
That's beautiful though.
Danny, stay close.
Oh, up to the slug. Holy shit.
Danny, are you ready to make the walk?
I am.
Follow me.
They're all standing there. Damn. Okay.
Danny, stand right here. Everyone find a seat around the area, please.
Let's see this
Just
execution.
precaution, Danny, don't worry.
Oh yeah. Let's see this execution.
Everyone, you join us here today as we witness the first execution of St. Mary's. We do not execute people lightly here. We are a just civilization. We believe in law and honor amongst all. But when someone betrays our civilization in the way that Danny has today, by murdering such a valiant and honorable leader as Damien was, punishment must also be justice. Danny has been sentenced to death under murder of our great leader Damien. And for that reason, he will die on this day. Danny, you may have 1 minute to speak.
I will take my mask off now so that you all will be able to see my face.
Oh.
Hello, citizens, friends,
He's
fellows,
written.
and enemies. Many of you have come today to see me executed for the death of Damien. I have no remorse for my actions. The death of a leader hoarding resources while others die is a good cause. I tell you, masses, rise up. Let my death be a symbol. Let my legacy continue in this life. And I will see you in the next.
What Danny claims and speaks is an understatement of the truth. Danny had full intent on killing Damien and only Damien. That is why Danny sits here today on the execution block.
Who's executioner? Or is this the... Yep, Isaac.
My child, you have done wrong in this world. You have killed. You need to repent what you have done with your life.
Death to the slug!
Thank you all for attending this execution, and just so you all know, this was just an honorable act today. Go back to what is important, build this island up to be something brilliant that we are all proud of.
Glory to St. Mary's.
Glory. Glory.
On the morning of of day 6, Perspective, who after the death of Diamond now controls all of Tresco, took me on a tour of what his police force have been constructing.
Look, tell me this is not fire. Look, follow me. We made this big road that
Yeah.
goes through every single, like, almost every build on the island. The road is fire. It's insane.
I mean, haven't they just built a more convenient way for the enemies to invade your island?
Well, we're gonna make a big wall. It's gonna be fun.
Oh
Don't worry about it.
yeah.
There was one new build in particular that he was especially happy to show me.
And also, Marcus, look at that beauty. Do you see it in the distance?
That is a hell of a donut.
That big
Damn.
donut is real, Marcus. It's real.
He actually made it down.
The police can finally die a happy death now that the big donut is complete.
Right.
Look at it. Look at these people
Because of the
praying.
police.
Look.
Have you seen the new donuts?
Look at them praying. The road goes all the way around, and it's like a full circle. So pretty much you can go all around.
It's a circle, like a donut.
Like, oh my
Oh.
god, there's this thing in the middle.
He also showed me some improvements he's been making to Diamond's old castle.
Yeah, we made the walls, made it look all pretty, a little entrance over here. Yeah, and then if you come over, what the f is that?
Well, it looks like one of Diamond's loyalists built a huge wall despite Perspective.
What?
Now, we haven't visited St. Martin's in a while.
Yeah.
The reason for that is that it's been incredibly peaceful. Both Maltese people to the west and Tamer's Witherians to the east are thriving. Tamer has made a lot of progress building his Witherian capital, whilst trench that cuts through the ocean to a nearby island. All in all, things seem to be going well. However, under the surface, there is a lot more going on. Tamer has never lost sight of his grand vision for a worldwide empire. Now that both of his Witherian supervisors, Dynamite and Perspective, have complete control of their islands, the Witherian Empire now rules over exactly half of the world, making Tamer the single most powerful player in the server. He doesn't plan to stop there though. His gaze now rests upon the western half of St. Martin's, which is currently ruled by Multi, the player that Tamer made the deal with on day 1. But Tamer is a practical guy. He doesn't want war, as that would mean wasting valuable Witherian lives. Instead, he plans to try a more diplomatic approach. So, later that day, he invited Multi to a secret meeting over at Witheria.
Alright, Multi, do you want to take a seat?
Where he offered Multi the position of Witherian supervisor of St. Martin's, in return for absorbing Multi's territory into his empire. Multi has no intention of accepting Tamer's offer though. He wants to keep his people free from Tamer's rule, and to maintain his position as the governor of St. Martin.
He doesn't gain anything from accepting Tamer's deal, so why would he?
And so, Multi and his council have decided to take action. They're going to pretend to accept the offer, but are secretly planning to assassinate Tamer as soon as they get the chance.
And the whole thing we do is to not tip him off that we're gonna kill him. We can't be under his rule. We have built up our own spot too much.
Yeah.
We work too hard on our own islands.
For now though, Multi has a different problem to worry about. His builders, led by head builder Treebark, are on strike because apparently, according to Treebark, higher-ups in Multi's government have been overworking and threatening her builders. So they are holding a protest inside the Citadel. This is incredibly bad timing for Multi, as the builders make up a big portion of his army that he will desperately need if he's going to assassinate Tamer tomorrow.
Unless it gets resolved somehow before the end of the day, there's a big chance that,
almost like something tingled on my foot here.
So, in hopes of calming down the protesters, Multi left his underground bunker and began rowing his way over to the Citadel.
What are you gonna do because of the miscommunication that you have done?
Like I said, I have been doing stuff, leader stuff, talking to other members, trying to see it for alliances. So yes, I have not been there today.
What about your nation? The ones that need your help the most, where have you been?
Okay, so have I not been helping around, talking to everyone for the last 3 days?
You have been, but you haven't been focusing on the nation that needs you. You've been focusing making sure war doesn't break out. War is going to happen, no matter what happens.
Okay, so you're telling me that focusing on not getting war is not doing something good for the nation? That's what you're telling me right now?
There's no communication, there's no nothing. People have been threatened with death. All you've said is, oh yeah, they'll say sorry, and we've resigned one person. That is not enough.
What is enough? Yeah.
What do you want?
You to step down.
Ooh.
The whole thing is a trap.
Okay.
Tamer's spies had informed him of Multi's plot to assassinate him, so he'd gotten in contact with Treebark and convinced her to hold the protest against Multi.
Oh my, okay. Okay, Tamer.
Multi and lure him to his death.
Multi, are you not going to step forward and speak to your people? I have openly had people tell me that you want to kill me. Why would I come to you guys and let you guys kill me? Why do the people want your head? You've openly plotted on going against me.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna talk about this for now? Okay, fine, let's talk about this. You basically told us, join or die.
I never said that. That is a lie.
But earlier today, you said everyone who would not become part
He's
of
getting...
the Empire is classed as a rebellion and will be dealt with. So if we don't join you, what are we dead?
Oh, he's pissed. Oh, bro, I can feel his saltiness, bro. This is...
How can we expect from someone who's too afraid to stand in front of their own people? How can we expect you to lead us through war with other nations?
We can't.
True.
We really can't.
See? You're kidding me right now. You're kidding me right now. He's all playing you guys. He's all playing you.
Could all the people of Martians come to the Citadel? All the non-cowards.
Bro, they actually killed him.
First of all, addressing the miners and the builders who have been mistreated till now. We will not give them any death threats. We will not overwork them. They shall be free to build what is good for the common people. I will...
You take him as the bad guy, but he is in the right here, no? Like... By the way, there's like 8 minutes left of this video. Like, how are they gonna, like... Is he gonna take over?
This new empire, which will lead under order and security for all. Thank you.
Tamer now has total control over all of St. Martin's. This
Yeah.
means that Tamer's Witheran Empire now reigns over exactly 60% of the entire world's
Now it's
population.
just Briar and St. Mary's left. And St. Mary's is the biggest.
It's now day 7, and both Qualls, the leader of the St. Mary's military, and Mello, the leader of Briar, are starting to get worried. Having learnt about the existence of the Witheran Empire, they are understandably concerned that Tamer might try to seize control of their islands next. So, fearing that they might lose the civilizations that they've worked so hard to create, Qualls reached out to Mello, and together they formed a military coalition in hopes of opposing Tamer's empire. And they were right to be alarmed. Because it was there, on St. Agnes on day 7, that Tamer, Dynamite and Henry rallied their combined Imperial forces, readying them to attack
this is gonna be an all-out war.
We need to do this now, and we need to do it quickly. All of you not interested, this is your chance. Put down your armor, put down your swords, take out the bloody hoe and go farming. Otherwise, gentlemen, I will ask of you one question. Gentlemen, what makes the grass grow?
Blood.
That's what I hope to hear. Go forward, invade, and take out the traitors.
Now, you might have noticed that Perspective isn't at the rally. The reason for this is that Tamer has given Perspective a special task to complete. Tamer wants Perspective to lure Mello over to Tresco to assassinate him so that when Tamer's forces invade Briar, the people of Briar will be lost and confused without their leader, allowing Tamer to conquer the island with ease.
Okay.
And so, Perspective put Tamer's plan into action. Perspective reached out to Mello regarding a grand bridge opening between their two islands.
We're gonna open the bridge, it's gonna be fire and awesome.
And Mello seemed very enthusiastic to take part. So later that day, Perspective gathered together a delegation of its highest ranking officials and set out on this mission to assassinate Mello.
Yeah, they're gonna kill him, definitely. He's dead.
However, when he got there, he was met by something unexpected. Mello was nowhere to be seen, and instead, Briar's military and deputy leader Trinfinity were in his place. And strangely, Trinfinity was acting very cautiously.
High perspective.
Yo, can we like sit down somewhere? This is pretty uncivilized.
I'm sorry, but this is necessary for our safety. We are not going onto Tresco.
But no, me and Mello, we just had a plan that we built a massive bridge and stuff. And
Yeah, right. Now your plan has failed, hasn't it?
Ceremony, but we didn't mean any harm.
We were tipped off about a certain plan.
Oh, they know.
Oh, with us?
Yes.
What? Somehow Trinfinity knows the Witheran Empire's plan to kill Mello.
There we go.
Suddenly, some of Perspective's officers alerted him that Tresco is under attack. St. Mary's and Briar are invading Tresco.
Oh, the plot twist.
How did they know about Tamer's plan to assassinate Mello? Well, the answer is absolutely shocking. Tamer never forgot about when Perspective questioned his position as Emperor.
Emperor? Don't like the Emperor part. What does the Emperor part mean?
We need one head of the state.
What?
That's not happening ever.
And so, now believing that Perspective isn't a trustworthy ally, in the biggest betrayal I've ever seen, Tamer anonymously leaked the assassination plan to Mello, knowing that Mello would call on Qualls to help
Hey,
him kill
yo,
Perspective.
Tamer is moving like flux in this.
Each other. So, if Tamer never intended to help Perspective take over Briar, then where is the Witheran army?
Yeah. Where are they headed? dynamite in them. God, they're doing a night raid. Oh my, that's a good, cool looking building though.
Alright, boys! Off we go! Good luck, everybody!
Knowing that Qualls would send his best troops to Briar to help Mellow, Tamer knew St. Mary's would be largely undefended, and thus launched an all-out invasion of the island.
Slaughter them
What?
as you see fit. Show them no mercy, they certainly won't show you any.
And now, the crew with Aaron
I love Henry.
begins.
Oh shit, okay. Oh my. This is honestly some great planning from Tamer on this. Holy.
They're kind
Damn.
of pushing us back to the wall.
They're falling back, they're falling back. They're scared, they're scared.
It's nice to have these like tags above them that you know like who's who. He's dead so hard. Bro, they're slaughtering each other. I'm not even sure who's winning anymore.
Now!
Damn. Holy shit.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Get him up on my...
So is St. Mary's winning here? I think so. No, Henry! Henry!
Of the Briar Rebellion is dead. And all the players that
Aw.
were loyal to him are fleeing the battle. Dynamite, seeing that the Empire is losing numbers, got in his boat and retreated back to St. Agnes.
Yeah, get out of here.
And vastly outnumbered, Perspective, the leader of Tresco, fell in battle. And the rest of his police force were completely wiped out.
Damn.
And just like that, the battle is over. Qualls and Mellow's coalition had repelled the Witheran army, but not without heavy costs. Hundreds
Yeah.
of players on both sides fell in battle, leaving only around 150 people alive throughout the entire world. That
What?
means around 2/3 of everyone who fought in the battle died. Among the high number of
Oh
casualties
my.
was Trinfinity, Mellow's deputy, who
Yep.
died defending his island. And considering he was so well liked in the community, it was a heavy loss for the people of Briar.
Yeah.
St. Mary suffered greatly too, losing their religious leader.
No.
Also amongst the dead was BMH, the owner of the St.
Oh.
Agnes Taco Bell. Another casualty during the battle was the St. Mary's Distribution Center. The main storage area of the nation's resources had nearly been completely destroyed by Imperial players, leaving the surviving coalition players short on food and without the means to replenish their armor. There was some real courage on display during the battle though. Stomp, the reformed ex-prisoner, defended St. Mary's side by side with his old warden Qualls. And in an act of pure bravery, Stomp led enemy players away from Qualls to give his former warden enough time to get away.
Don't help me, don't help me, don't help me, I'm luring them away.
In the process, sacrificing
Wow.
himself.
It's been fun, boys.
Good try, Stomp.
I think it's really cool that Qualls
Stomp.
spared Stomp's life during his trial.
Stomp, man.
Instead believing he could be
MVP.
rehabilitated. And in return, Stomp gave his life to save the person that saved him.
Aww. That's actually beautiful.
With both Perspective and Henry dead, Tamer's Witherian chain of command has all but collapsed,
Yeah.
meaning his dreams of an empire are at an end.
Your plan was never gonna be like, it looked to be going well, but they had a good defense in St. Mary's. Day
It was
8.
on the somber morning of day 8, while the remaining players were still recovering from the war, that they noticed something. Barrels had been washing up on the shore, containing notes, messages that warn of an impending threat to civilization. These notes tell stories from survivors from distant civilizations that have been pillaged and completely destroyed by a huge pirate army.
What?
And unfortunately for our players, the notes say that those same pirates are on their way here very soon. Panicked by these foreboding messages, the remaining leaders held emergency meetings to warn their people of the incoming danger.
Hopes
are not
Wait,
at their
what?
highest, I will admit. But do not fret. I will make sure that we do not get killed. We will make it out alive. I promise you.
Tamer, how many people do you have?
These are the last people who would not try to kill me. It becomes to be a good number 4 to 5.
Oh, okay,
Mello,
nice.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay and defend Briar?
We're going to St. Mary's to help them in the final fight.
Everyone head over to the city hall now. Everyone head over to the city hall. The bigger
Yeah, St. Mary's seems to be like the bigger fish here, you know.
Great war will happen soon. B-Bag is turning up here with over 70 pirates to take us all out. To end
B-Bag.
the civilizations that we created from the start of this event, we are not about to back down from this. And I know, guys, that some of you here are not PvPers. I know that some of you were builders, some of you were farmers, some of you were explorers. But now we all have to stand here and fight on this last day. We may lose some people, and if you die, know you died serving for us all, making sure that we survive.
Despite his encouraging words, Qualls knows deep down that there is almost no chance he'll be able to withstand the pirate invasion with the number of players he currently has. He's going to need a lot more, but the only other players that are left are what remains of the scattered Witheran army that he'd just been at war with. However, knowing that they are his only hope of saving civilization, he chose to forgive his former enemies, and he broadcasted a message out to the former Imperial Islands in an attempt to plead the players he just fought against to join his coalition on St. Mary's. But sadly, there was no response.
What?
Qualls and Mello are on their own. It's now the morning of day 9,
shit.
and nearly everywhere is still. It's so quiet.
Yeah.
Cities, castles, and businesses that were once full of players are now empty.
Damn.
On St. Mary's, what remains of Qualls and Mello's coalition are nervously awaiting the coming invasion. They've done everything they can to prepare, but it isn't clear if it'll be enough. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
on
no
St.
clue who
Agnes
his
and
enemy
St.
is.
Martin's, Tamer and Dynamite are wandering through the shells of their former nations, waiting for the impending apocalypse to arrive.
Yeah. Oh. What? Are they gonna actually have the Minecraft parody in this as well? This is insane. Why does this actually fit so well with this? Used to roam. I'm not sure if I'll get copyrighted for this or not. Good memories. All of these people died. Oh man. It's making me a bit emotional actually, not gonna lie. The castle stands. Oh man. I gotta prepare for the battle, bro. Kiera. That was when I ruled the world. Yeah, sun setting. Oh, it's just a bee bag. So this might be some other players that we have not seen before. Look at them. Here they come. I don't think they'll be able to make it, honestly. They'll kill them. Oh, they're burning it all down. What a like a bizarre yet beautiful way to end a story. Lure the Tamer. Wow. Yeah. They're all trampling everything. All the builds, all the memories, the ships, the people. Wow. The Citadel. Oh, they're there. They're standing. Oh my god. Holy shit. Aww. This is actually, like, if I felt more for the characters, I would honestly cry at this. Rest in peace, my G's. Tamer. I'm getting chills from this. This is good. Wow.
St. Martin's, St. Agnes, Tresco and Briar are all now empty, and the huge pirate army is on its way to St. Mary's to wipe out the last hope for civilization.
But St. Mary's is the biggest. Oh, the pyramid. Oh shit.
Wait, there are St. Agnes players standing with them.
Oh.
The players are standing together against the pirates.
What?
I can't believe it. I don't know what to say.
St. Mary's did held off one attack before. Can they do it again? I'm actually having hope now.
Oh my. Well, pirates are dropping left, right and center.
They are. Oh my god. St. Mary's. No way. For St. Mary's will have a lot of casualty though. Like. B-bag.
The pirates have been defeated, and civilization has been saved by players from both the Coalition and the Witheran Empire. The two warring sides were able to forgive one another for their past conflicts because they realized that they were never really enemies in the first place, and that they were only fighting at all because of the ambitions of a few power-hungry dictators.
Who would have thought, after everything that went down, we would be able to have at least one person from every island stand together as one? We don't like each other, you know that, but still we stood here today and fought as one against the pirates. To all those who died today, rest in peace, of course. You will be remembered. To everyone else who fought here today and is still standing, congratulations to us all. We've managed to defeat these pirates, which means we can now live in peace. Thank you all for joining us, and glory to the Islanders. Thank you.
Glory to the Islanders.
Over the following days, players moved back to their islands, and efforts to rebuild and even expand their old homes began. On St. Martin's, what remained of area was demolished. The Citadel was repaired, and a memorial for Multi was constructed. On St. Agnes, Taco Bell was reopened under new management. On Tresco, what was left of Diamond supporters, who'd been living underground the entire time, finally retook their island, and the Tresco police force was officially abolished.
Yes.
On Briar, the subway and the Rainforest Cafe continued to thrive, and Mello finally had a chance to officially open the Tresco Briar Bridge.
I'm actually so happy right now.
Council chair to Obsidian, just in case. And on St. Mary's, the council cleaned up the wreckage that all the battles had left behind, and finally completed the Star Castle.
Yeah, the Star Castle held great battles.
The position of distribution guild leader, so that he can get all the spruce wood he wants.
Oh.
And speaking of Vivoma, there's still one thing left for him to do.
Yes. Finish the wall. Oh, holy shit.
Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Wow. That was... I did not think that it was going to be that, like, Wow, okay, that was a big wall. I did not expect it to be that big. That's what she said. Anyways, great video. Really well ending, I would say. The ending made it so much better. it did also, again, this is a YouTube video, I know. So I have to go by that statistics. I can't just, I always keep now, like, comparing it to the other Rich and Poor video. But that's just who I am. I like that shit. So, deal with it. I really like this, though. I did have the recommendation to watch this first, and then the next Marcus video, where it's like in different dimensions or something like that. So we're gonna check that out next. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Leave all your comments to what you want with me in the comments. Like the video if you want, and subscribe if you want. It's up to you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.